AMC short volume was up a huge 925.92% on yesterday's trading, and APE short volume was up a staggering 1,594% on yesterday's trading. And I'm here to tell you that that was a fake sell-off. In no way, shape, or form are investors dropping AMC to that price, even on the negative news. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we have a lot of stuff to go over with AMC, GameStop, the S&P 500, so make sure to watch until the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube. I'm going to gather everything that there is to gather for an update so you guys don't have to waste any of your time. Without further ado, make sure to watch until the end of the video. Hit the like button, please. It helps me out. It's free. It takes one click of a button. Get this video to at least 1,000 likes. Also, hit the subscribe button. Get us to 16,000 subs. Let's get into the video. So that's right. Yesterday, August 14th, GameStop short volume was up 159% on yesterday's trading, and APE short volume was up a staggering 1,594%, and AMC's was up about 1,000% on yesterday's trading volume. So GameStop, not even the ones with the catalyst, was still up 160% on the short volume trade. But you might ask, Lottery Stocks, what does that have to do with the price drop down to $3.20 all the way from $5? Is that 40% price drop? Well, it has a lot to do with it, because if you come down, we can see the short exempts reported for that day was 3.762 million shares short exempt, and the short percentage risen to 67.9%. Now you can go down the line. You're not going to see this. The only time you saw relatively close was on July 24th at 2.6 million short exempts, which was still very, very high for any given stock. And if you come back and you take a look on that day, guess when that day was? July 24th. That was when AMC had a 100% rip, a 100% rally. So they used 2.6 million short exempts to stump a 100% rally, to stump momentum, to stump a gamma ramp, to get us to not squeeze. Yet they used not only that, but another million on top of that just to dump a stock to the downside. So no positive news, no positive catalyst, and they used 3.8 million short exempts. Now, why would they still do this in the position that they're in? We're going to talk a little bit about it later, but since we are on Stock Tracker, 300,000 shares available to borrow, and the fee is reported back up to around 800% for AMC, sitting at 769.7 cost to borrow fee, and it was recently at 380-ish or so. Now, many FTDs are stacked up. This has been the longest run where they're stacked up back to back to back on AMC. But not only that, they are still sitting on the threshold securities list. And if you take a look at the trading of this exact day on August 14th, where they dropped these short exempts, where the short volume was extremely high, you will see that the volume on this day were 24 million shares of AMC bought versus sold, but $257 million was traded in dark pool volume. Dark pools should absolutely be closed, and they do this so that the price action doesn't get these insane volatile moves that they have. Now, those short exempts, don't forget that they do have to be located in T plus 35, and we're also going to talk about that in a second, touching on the threshold securities list. But first, 27.76% short interest on AMC, and the free float percentage on loan has reached an all-time high at 39.2%, utilization at 82%, cost bar average sitting at 825, and the max sitting over 1,000 once again. And as for APE, it's sitting at a 8.14% short interest, utilization maxed out for APE for once, and the cost to borrow not being reported. Now, utilization maxed out for APE is an important thing to see. This means all the shares that are supposed to be lent out are lent out, or at least all the shares that are allowed to be lent out are being lent out until, of course, that changes. That could change, and that could drop the utilization like it did with AMC. But again, APE shorts do have to cover before the conversion. Now, who's selling AMC? This is another touch on that day where the price dumped. Who was selling? Absolutely nobody. You take a look at the order book and the order flow distribution, you can see that there was a lot more inflow than outflow on August 14th for AMC. $2.51 million of inflow versus the outflow on AMC. This outweighed by a bunch, yet we dropped over 40%. Now, 36 days straight on the threshold securities list. GameStop was only on for 35 before it ripped to $500. What is happening with this? This is the absolute last stretch. This is the last catalyst before AMC has a move or doesn't have a move. I think AMC is either going to squeeze over the next few weeks, or it doesn't squeeze, or it takes very long and has a slow squeeze, like a Tesla squeeze, or something along the lines of that. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, will short sellers be required to cover their positions before the reverse stock split and conversion? According to AMC's new 8K filing, AMC expects that the deliveries under the stock borrowing arrangements will be adjusted in the regular way to account for the reverse stock split in the case of contracts on APES, the conversion. In other words, AMC is basically saying, listen, we don't determine what's going to happen during these events. We can't say if shorts are going to forcefully be covered or they're not going to be covered, right? They can't speak on it. They also say, like, you know, we can't explain how shorts will be internally affected by this. All we know is everything will be adjusted for the reverse split and the conversion, and we'll see how it plays out. Now, real quick, guys, before we touch on GameStop and the S&P 500, this is going to take 10 seconds. Make sure to pop in the Discord. The link is right under the video. I'm in there on the daily, so you guys can talk with me. You guys can put video requests in there. You can talk stocks with me. You will also get my trades as soon as I take them. Plus, we have options trading alerts in there and more, and we all talk stocks all day long. It's the best vibes. Make sure to pop in the Discord. The link is right under the video. You will not regret it. Your friends are going to be jealous that you're in the Discord. Plus, get up to 16 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock by using my link, downloading Moomoo, signing up and making a deposit. As soon as you press my link and do that, it takes 2 minutes, and you put even a penny into your account, you're going to start earning benefits from there. And the more you deposit, the closer you'll get to a free Tesla or Google stock. But even without the benefits, it's a great platform to use and has a ton of leverage over other free platforms and brokers. So thank you, Moomoo, for sponsoring today's video. GameStop currently trading at $19.34, down 3.11% on the day. And exactly like we said, it is following this, bouncing off of this trend line, and GameStop, in my opinion, is going to break lower and get a bounce off of $18 or $18.11. I'm personally buying more at $18.11, but it may bounce off of $18 even. That is my level for GameStop. I think it's going to come down to there. It's down from that 12% range like we saw back here in this last cycle. And in my opinion, this is exactly what it's going to see before essentially getting its major move. And since it's very close, it also lines up with AMC's point of interest as well. Before we get into the SPY, guess who increased their GameStop positions as of June 2023? UBS Group by over 1,600%. Credit Suisse by 14%. And Swiss National Bank by 1%. So more institutions are purchasing GameStop. The SPY is trading at 444.68, down 0.77% on the day, and it wants to fill this gap very much so, but not quite yet. It's making technically higher highs and higher lows over the past 3 days, but I think the SPY is just waiting to break even lower. There is not a lot of buy volume on these green days. You can see the volume actually decreased when the SPY decided to go up, and the volume increased when the SPY decided to go down. This shows that sellers are in control, and you could prepare for a big move to the downside ahead. So just prepare yourselves for that. Plus, speaking of the S&P 500 and it selling off, Michael Burry has bought puts worth $1.6 billion, which we put a YouTube short on last night. $740 million against the NASDAQ 100, the QQQ, and $900 million against the S&P 500. Now, this is the same guy that predicted 2008 crash. It's the same guy who is known for the quote-unquote big short, and he is now making a big short. You guys let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Now, a couple things to close out the video. Warren Buffett portfolio update: new positions in NVR, LEN, and DHI. He increased positions in Capital One, COF, OXY, and decreased positions in General Motors, Activision, Global Life, CE, CVX, and he finally closed his positions in MCK, MMC, and VTS. Plus, Binance filed a court order against the US SEC. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to hit the like button on your way out, share the video, drop a comment down below, pop in the Discord. I love you all. Lottery Socks out.